Welcome to RT4 podcast episode 2 for the Hunter Valley edition. Yes, this week I'm just going to talk about some of the chances that I think everyone will have this year, their strengths, their weaknesses, and some of my predictions on what will happen. So we're kicking off at a tough initiation with a big double header at the Big V, the Vintage. So the Vintage is going to be the toughest course that we're going to face, and everyone will be pumped and nervous on that first morning. So with an 8 a.m. start, you'd be wise to get there, get a bit of practice in, get there a few hours early if you can. But it'll be a long day, so conserve your energy. But looking at the Vintage, last time we played there, let's face it, everyone struggled. Just looking at the winning scores from last time at the big bad Vintage. The winning scores were, Fan had 27 points to win the first game at the Vintage, and then Hank had 28 to win the second game. And that second game, obviously fatigue was kicking in. No one really did well at all. There's like Buster Man, he had 15 points. Rochi had 14 points, although that was an improvement on his first round. And Muzzman 20 points. I'm sure I was, on the verge of the volcano at points during that round. Ma 25 points. There's some stinkers, and even the first round where everyone's fresh. Fan 27, Hank 25, Murray 25, Ma 21, Buster 23, Rochi 9 points. I don't know what happened there. One of your best, Rochi, but look, it's going to be 30 points is going to be. I'll say it'll probably be safely winning that one. Even round 2, people get tired, mentally as much as physically, just the pure amount of concentration that you have to put into on every shot, because, even every tee shot, it's not a no-brainer where you just pull out driver and go whack. There's going to be GPSs in action all day, there's nooks, there's crannies, there's bunkers, there's lakes, there's rivers, there's oceans, even though we're in the Hunter Valley. Hunter Valley Ocean runs right through the middle of the course, as Rochi will find out. And, those but the good thing is, the greens are tricky, but they're big greens, so most resort courses do have big greens, so my advice would be just get the thing on the green. Forget the pin. The pin it could be anywhere. I'd aim at the middle of the green just to avoid trouble. I'd be assessing every shot. Just think, okay, what's the worst thing that can happen here? And just hit it away from that. If there's out of bounds left, just go right, even if right's not a great shot. If there's water left, water right, go left at all costs. I think that's how I'm going to approach it. My driver's been so wayward that I'm going to be quite cautious in that first couple of rounds, and then once I've blown my chances, which I inevitably will, the power game will come out in day 2. But now here's the interesting thing. This year I've been trying to convince people to get on board, i.e. Ma, but it's a good idea, I reckon. We have our winners of each round, so you'll always you win the first game, you'll always forever have that round as a victory. But I reckon overall winner, to avoid the debacle of last year, you carry your scores. So say you have 30 points on the first round. Then you go into round 2 6 over par. So 36 points being a par round to your handicap. You carry that 30 points into your next round. So you're 6 over if you have the 30 points in your first round, and so on and so on. What this does is it'll make it a live tour right to the end. So last year, Fan had the tour wrapped up before the last round, which was bit of an anti-climax. He just came out of that last day and didn't really care. So we don't want that to happen. He deserves the win, and good on him for dominating, but we want to at least have that last day, where there's some pressure. Fan might have had a 10-shot lead, even 12-shot lead going into that last round, but there's still that pressure that if he has a shocker, he could lose. So, and it's also motivation for the strugglers. If you've had a couple of bad rounds, normally your tour's over, but next thing you know, you have a 40-pointer, you're back, and it rewards a guy that can go out and dominate a round. Like if everyone shoots 25 points and you go out and shoot a 40-pointer, that deserves a dominant reflection on the scoreboard, and that's what this format will give. It used to just be 5 points, 3 points, 1 point, first, second, third. Never mattered how much you dominated or didn't dominate. That was what it was. But this time, you get rewarded. You could potentially get rewarded for a dominant performance. So, anyway, there's some disadvantages, but I reckon a lot of advantages, and it'll make it more exciting. But anyway, back to each player. Starting with the lowest handicap, Ma, at the moment off 19. He's got a few games to go between now and the tour. Let's hope he doesn't play off 19, because he normally plays off 16 or 17 at these events. Obviously, it's well documented. He's yet to win one. Extra couple of shots here could make a difference to his confidence. And he's been playing a lot, playing well too, as I saw the other day, firsthand. So this could be his year. I don't want to, we say it every year, but this year, especially with the vintage being a big part of it, it could definitely be his year. So obviously the tightness of the course and the criticalness of the tee shots plays into his hands. So, as we know, he gets the ball in play. From there, he does. His weakness is being that he doesn't hit the ball very far, and his long shots into greens have never been his strongest. The vintage can hurt you if you have long shots in and you misfire. But I've seen with his new driver, he hits it a little bit further. So maybe those 3 woods and rescues that he was hitting before are now 4 irons or 5 irons. So that could be a big turning point for the guy, and I'm predicting he'll be hard to stop. Second person on the handicap list is Fan off 21 at the moment, but that could change as well because he's very close to being off 20. Another good round, he'll be off 20 or less. So take it easy, Fan, if you know what I'm saying. A lot depends on the train tracks. Vintage will punish him if he's hitting that big banana slice that he gets away with on a lot of the courses he's been playing. He won't get away with that at the Big V, but he won a game there last year. So if he allows for his train tracks or it's not too bad on the day, then we know what he's capable of. Even off 21, he's still shooting. He's still playing a handicap. His handicap is what it is. He might not be shooting the 42 pointers, but you won't need it, I don't think, to win these events. Anything around handicap anything around par off your handicap will be a big chance. So he's still a big danger. For Fan, you know, what's his weakness apart from his little slice off the tee? He doesn't really have one. His short game's improved a lot, and he putts well. He hits greens. Pretty all round. You know, he's turned into a good player. So you know, he's going to be right up there again. Next, I want to talk about Hank. Now, Hank, he's always in the mix. He has the best Stableford average of all of us on tour history. He just hasn't won a lot of events. He's always in the mix. He's a big dark horse here off 22. I don't know what he's been doing the last 12 months, but he's always a chance. He never seems to have a shocker, so yeah, he'll be in the mix. And then there's myself. You know, a lot depends on how I go on the day. I can't see the vintage doing me any favours. Just too wayward off the tee. But you know, I'll be hoping to make a charge on day 2 and 3. You never know. If I can just hang in there, I think my goal will be to shoot high 20s, like high 20 points at the vintage, just being somewhere in the mix. I don't think I can win the games, but as long as I'm not too far away, that'll be my goal. Just hang in there. And that's the key for anyone, really. Just hang in there, because it's a long tour, 90 holes. So just think, one bad hole, it's just a wipe. So it's just about hanging in there. Again, for me, just shot selection is what I'm going to be thinking about. And if things go bad, you know, I can get volatile, but I just need to remember it's a long tour. I have the tendency to just pull out driver when things aren't going my way and whack it, but can't afford to go into this tour with that mentality. I need to practice that method a bit, which I failed to do the other day. I need to get into that mindset. And then we got, you know, I'm looking like playing off 23 at the moment, unless I play alright in the game coming up. 23 is, you know, I'd rather be off 22, but you know, handicap is what it is, so I can't do much about it. But then we got Roche off 27. Now the good thing about this is that normally he's got Fan with him off 27, which has never been fair, but finally I've worked out Fan's handicap properly. So Roche will be off 27, and that would be a better indication of, you know, his chances against, you know, normally he's there with other people off 27, but he'll be the only guy off 27, so there's no reason why if Roche plays well. You know, he's got new clubs, he's anti-slice clubs, everything goes through mid-wicket now, so he's just got to aim way right. His big clip off the pads on each hole, and he'll win. I reckon he's already won. Again, Roche's nemesis is his second shot. If he has to hit a wood or a long iron off that fairway, there's something he has to just practice, and that's it, I reckon, because he can chip, he can putt. On his day, he can drive the ball okay. But this is evidence, Roche. Your average on par 3s is 1.33 points. Par 4s, 1.17 points. Par 5s, half a point, Roche. That's telling me that you have a lot of trouble with those second and third shots where you've got to hit like a wood or something off the fairway. You get half a point on every par 5. You know, that's giving away some points right there. You know, it's exciting. It's exciting this year. You know, it's disappointing there's only 5 of us, but you know, that was what it was last year, and we'll have a good time. And you know, that's my assessment on everyone's chances. Just before I exit, I've developed this spreadsheet where I've got some stats and things. I'm going to send it through soon when it's a bit more prettied up. But I can just tell you a few things now. I've worked out a tour ranking system. So each round we've played in history, I've allocated 5 points to the winner, 3 points to second, 1 point to third. So if you tally up all the points everyone's ever got, there's been 11 players participating in these events over the last few years. There's 16 events. Fan is the ranked number 1 on the tour. He's played all 16 events. He's got 4 tour wins, 11 top 3 finishes. That's massive. You know, only 5 times has he not finished top 3. And there's been not always a lot of people in these events, but there's been some events with 8 or 9 people in them, so it's pretty good. Ma and Hank are sitting on equal second on the ranking system. Ma's played 16 events to Hank's 12, so pretty good effort from Hank. He's had 2 tour wins, Hank, and 9 top 3 finishes. It's pretty good. And myself, I'm just a smidgen further back. I'm ranked 5 because Zibbet is equal ranked second as well, with Ma and Scorpio, with not many tour events. That's pretty good effort. I'm ranked 5, but I'm only a fraction behind these guys. All could change with just 1 win. I've had 2 tour wins, 10 top 3 finishes. And Ma's had the 1 tour win and 9 top 3 finishes, but he's ranked higher than me because he's had more seconds. I've seemed to have a lot of third placings in mine. And lastly, looking at Stableford averages for our history, Hank has the best average. He averages 30.7 points. Fan, 28.7. Ma, 27.6. Muzzman, 26.1. Rochi, 19.3. I do notice Rochi, I need to do something about that because he had a DNF in there, which gave him 3 points from last tour. Probably need to scrap that because he had problems with his back or something. So that's a little bit deflated because of that one. But yeah, there's lots of interesting stuff in here. How people go on their par 3s, par 4s, par 5s, how they go on the front, how they go on the back. Interestingly, most people do better on the back 9. I don't know why that is. I'm one of the few people that do better on the front. I don't know. But then it's broken down start, middle, and finish. So how you go on your first 6 holes, your middle 6, and your last 6. Interestingly, most people go worse in the middle. I don't know what that is about. Concentration, maybe. You're a few holes in, you start to lose concentration. But people tend to start well and finish well, but lapse in the middle, and that even applies for Zibbet, Ma, guys who play all the time. So there's definitely something in that. Hank is the exception to the rule. He's pretty consistent, but everyone else has that lapse in the middle. There's definitely something there. It's about hanging in there, I reckon. Just something to think about, on the tour. People always finish well and start well. I don't know what that is, but holes 7 through to 12, people always struggle. But anyway, I'll talk about a bit more about the tour in the next one, and take it easy, guys.